Indianapolis 500, the center of the racing world.
This is race day at Indianapolis. At the end of the grueling grind for man and machine is victory.
Danger for all, glory for one.
This racetrack has been the scene of some of the most spectacular and some of the most glorious moments in the entire world.
Built by legends, paved in tradition, Indianapolis Motor Speedway is racing's grand cathedral, and for 100 years its story has been our story.
Jr. has the lead. One more turn to go. Here they come. Coming to the finish line. Bob Jenkins, who's going to win it?
The checkered flag is out. Goodyear makes a move. Little Al wins by just a few tenths of a second. Perhaps the closest finish in the history of the Indianapolis 500.
Today's video, we're going to talk about the month of May and all about the month of May. Let's get right into it, guys. I'm going to try to structure this video to be like, kind of a video for beginners and long-time IndyCar people. I'm going to give you some value if you don't have a clue what IndyCar is, and I'm also going to give you value if you have been watching IndyCar for 20 years. It's going to just give you a good bit of information. So yeah, let's get right into it. So what is the month of May, or the Indy 500? The Indy 500 is one of the crown jewels of racing. I mean, it's like America's, or not even America's, the whole world. It's IndyCar's 24 Hours of Le Mans. It's the Monaco Grand Prix. It's the pinnacle of just racing in the whole entire world. It's one of the oldest standing races. It was first run in 1911, so it's literally older than pretty much every single race in existence. It attracts over 300,000 people over the course of the weekend from all over the world, not just America. People travel from all countries to come see this famous race, and it's a spectacle. Even if you don't like oval racing, I would recommend you watch this, because the atmosphere of the whole race is just spectacular. It's just an amazing race. So let's get right into the schedule of the month of May. So first, to start off the month of May, this is a little off topic from actual IndyCar racing, but they have, on May 6th, they have the half marathon. It's a 13.1 mile marathon. This is going to be the 47th running of this marathon, so it's one of the biggest half marathons in the United States. So it's kind of important. It's also if you're into marathon and racing, it is a cool marathon to be involved in. But let's get into the actual thing what most people are probably interested in. So on the 12th of May, we will have the qualifying / practice session for the Indianapolis road course, this is the first time they've visited the road course. They actually visited twice. They also visit in August, I believe, towards the end of the calendar. And then on the 13th, we have the race. But I'm going to be making a separate preview of that closer to the time, so watch out for that. Probably that'll probably be released sometime in the next few days, probably the 7th or 8th of May. That will be released. Beginning on the 16th and ending on the 18th, they will be having the Indianapolis 500 practice. That will be just basically give every team a chance to run, perfect their setup, and just get used to the track again. And then on May 19th, it'll be Fast Friday, which for anyone who's new, Fast Friday basically means on the regular practice sessions, they turn down the cars, and then on the Fast Friday, they turn the cars up to the qualifying turbo pressures, so the cars will be flying. The top speeds, the prestigious, 235 miles an hour down the back straight speed. So that is exciting to see. Next up on the 20th and the 21st, we will be having qualifying, which is probably one of the most exciting periods, because I'm going to explain how the qualifying works. So the qualifying works. Each car will go out on the track by themselves. It's very different to how road courses work, and they will have to go around. They get 4 flying laps, and from them 4 flying laps, they make an average. So if let's just say hypothetically, a driver gets an average lap time of 134 miles an hour on 3 of his laps, but then he screws up the 4th lap, and the average lap time of the 4th lap is only 219. That average will bring his whole lap time down, and then it'll completely screw him. So you've got to manage, being able to run as fast as laps as possible without getting tire drop off, and just being absolutely everything perfect to the limit. So that's always the most interesting part of the 500. Qualifying is interesting. And then I think the most exciting part of this year's qualifying is bumping will be back this year, because as of the time of recording this video, there is 34 entries, and if you don't know anything about the Indy 500, there can only be a maximum of 33 entries, so one guy will not qualify. What is always exciting, because, I mean, that one guy that isn't going to qualify, it could be Scott Dixon. I mean, very unlikely, but Scott Dixon is extremely good at the 500. But hypothetically, if Scott Dixon for some reason just is doing terrible and he has some bad runs, he could hypothetically not, qualify. And that was, I guess, the most famous case of that recently was when Fernando Alonso tried to qualify for the 500. I believe that was in 2017, and he actually got bumped out. What was kind of amazing to see that a two-time F1 world champion, he comes over to Indy and tries to compete, and he gets bumped out the 500. It's just a testament to how hard the 500 really is. And then on the 22nd of May, we have more practicing with the 500. What's always good. I do wish more sports would do this. That's kind of the one of the best things about the 500 is the fact there's so much running. Like compared to other races, it's fun to just be able to see all the extra time of running. It's exciting. The build up for the 500 is definitely the most exciting period of IndyCar or any sport in general. It's awesome to see. And then next up on the 26th of May, we have Carb Day, which Carb Day is kind of, there is some practicing in the morning for Carb Day, like some Indy 500 practicing, but the main part of Carb Day is they kind of do cool activities. Like one of the most famous activities they do the pit stop challenge, where they'll put two people head to head, and it's like a tier system, so they'll put, Joseph Newgarden against Scott McLaughlin, and whoever wins proceeds to the next round, and they kind of tier everyone together, and whoever reaches the top of the ladder and beats the last person, they win the challenge. It's kind of a cool challenge. And then other night they have the Carb Day concert, so that's always fun for people that want to go to the whole 500. It's pretty cool. And then on the 27th of May, this is a day before the 500 running, they have Legends Day. Basically, it's similar to like Carb Day where they do activities, but this is mainly they do some driver autograph signing and various other things, so that's always exciting. If you're actually at the 500, that would be something to watch out for. Get some autographs and stuff. So yeah, I think this is also one of the cool things what really makes the 500 special from any other race or any other series. The fact that there's so much fan involvement in the 500. They have all these specialty days what aren't dedicated to necessary racing. Of course, everything centers around racing, but there's all these opportunities for fans to interact with the drivers and watch fun activities rather than just racing. So it's always fun. So, and then next up, finally on the 28th, we have the 500, the 107 run of the Indy 500. So that's going to be it for this video. In this video, I just talked about the schedule and stuff. So I'm going to make this probably a 2 or 3 part series. So in the next video, I'm going to be talking about all the driver lineup, and then I'm probably going to make a few more Pacific videos throughout the month of May. Not necessarily on this series, but I'm going to talk about some of the subjects in depth, just so I can, for anyone wants to know about, like for example, the bumping. I'm planning to make a separate video all about bumping, just so you have that one video to reference if you ever want to know anything about any of the Pacific topics. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.